Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about books of original entries. Books of original entries. Books of original entries. Books of original entries. What is this books of original entries? These are the books where we are recording the transactions for the first time. Recording of transactions are done in the books called books of original entries. There are various books of original entries. We can say journal. Journal is one of the books of original entry. Another one, cash book. Cash book is another original entry. Okay, then next some other original entries are there. They are called day books. Day books. Okay, these day books such as purchase day book, purchase day books, sales day books. Then bills receivable day book, bills payable day books, like various day books are there. Day books are some of the special journals which are used for recording transaction for specific type of activities or specific type of transactions. Here we are going to study about the day books. The first important day book is journal. We are going to study about journal. 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 We will pronounce it as journal. What is journal? Journal is the book of original entry. We can write here, journal is the book of first entry or original entry in which transactions are recorded first or originally. So this is the definition or meaning of journal. We can say that journal is the book of first entry. This is the book where transactions are recorded first, or otherwise it is the original entry. Original entry means, as we told, this first time when we are recording the transaction, that entry is called original entry. Okay, we are entering the transaction originally or for the first time. Okay, so that book is called journal. So journal is the book of original entry or first entry in which transactions are recorded. Okay, now we are going to see that how to prepare a journal or what is the format of a journal. Okay, format of a journal or how to prepare a journal. How to prepare a journal? We can say that it is the pro forma of a journal. Pro forma means format. So let us see. We are going to draw the format of a journal. Okay. We will write the heading journal or journal entry. journal entry or journal. That is the heading. And these are the columns, and these columns will be given some headings. This is date column, date, and this is particulars, particulars. This is called LF column, LF, and this is debit amount, debit amount, and here is credit amount, debit amount and credit amount. Okay, is it clear? So date means the date of each transaction will be written here, and particulars, the details of the transaction will be written. This is called ledger folio. Ledger folio means page in the ledger, page in the ledger. This we will explain now. So before that, before explaining all those things, let us see a transaction, and we'll see how that transaction will be recorded in the books of accounts. Okay, first transaction we can write on January 1, Prince started business with rupees 2 lakh. January 1, Prince started business with rupees 2 lakh. This is the transaction. So if we get a transaction, what we will do first? Right. So we will find out both the aspects of the transaction first. Which are the aspects here? Yes, one is cash, and if somebody started business with the cash, or if somebody invested money into the business, but it is called as capital. Okay, cash and capital. Then these are the two aspects. These two aspects are identified. That much is clear. Now we are going to see that which aspects will be debited and which aspect will be credited. So when Prince started business with the cash, or invested cash into business, what happened to cash? Cash comes into the business. Cash comes in. So as per the traditional approach, for the cash is a real account. Cash is a real account, or cash is asset. Asset comes in real account. Isn't it? So what is the rule for real account? Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So cash comes in. So what to do? Cash should be debited. Cash debit. Debit what comes in. And say, and capital. Capital is a personal account because it is brought in by person. So we have to see about personal account rule. What is the rule? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. So this cash, capital, we can say it is brought in by Prince, so we can write Prince capital. Prince capital. Prince bought the capital, so we can write it as Prince capital. So Prince is a person, so it applies here. Rule of that personal account. What rule of personal account says? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. So what Prince did? Prince given the cash. So he can be credited. Okay, he can be credited. So cash debtor, Prince capital, credit. Okay, this is enough for entering that transaction into the journal. Let us write that transaction here. we will write the date first. Suppose it is on 2019 January 1st. 2019 January 1st. So the date we will write here 2019 we can write first because year down to that month and date will be mentioned. In 1 year this can be written here permanently because all the other date comes under that same year. Okay, so 2019 can be written, then January 1. JN is enough, his space is not there. January 1. What is the aspects? We have to write the debit aspect first. Debit aspect should be written first. So we will write here cash account debtor, because each aspect will go to an account or will go to a separate page that we have already told that each such page is called account. Each aspect will go to a separate page and each such pages are called account. So cash will go to cash account. So in short for account we will write A bar C. Okay. Then for this is for debit aspect. So cash debtor. Then cash debtor 2. 2 will write little away from here. So we can write here 2. Okay. 2 what? Prince Capital account. Prince Capital account. Prince Capital account. That means in cash account we will credit Prince Capital. Okay. In cash account we will debit Prince Capital. So this is the journal. Okay, this much is clear. Journal entry is not over. Cash account debtor. For the debit amount we have to write the amount. Cash account is debit, no. So in the debit column we have to write the amount. This column is for debit amount. And next, against this credit entry we have to write the credit amount. Okay. Still the journal entry is not completed. Here we have to write a brief explanation of what that transaction says. So we can write here being started business with cash. Being started business with cash. Now a journal entry or transaction completely recorded. Okay. So now we are going to explain that which are the part of the journal. Okay. So let us see here. This is the part of the journal. So we will write journal here. So cash account debtor to Prince Capital. And the amount also is written. Now let us see part by part. This is called date column. This is date column. This is particulars column. Particulars means the details of the transaction will be written. And this is debit column. This is credit column. And here, this one, ledger folio. Ledger folio we have told. Ledger folio we have already written. Ledger folio means folio of the ledger. Folio means page number. Page number of ledger. Page number of ledger account. You may not understand what it is. Say cash debtor we have written, cash account. So here we will write in which page of the ledger. Ledger we will write after recording this transaction in this book, this will be transferred, both the aspect will be transferred into another book. That book is called ledger. That details, in detail we will study what is ledger. Now you understand that this transaction will be transferred into another book. That book is called ledger. And in that book, many pages will be there. In that, each page, each account will be written. So what we write, suppose here we are writing 7. What it means? Cash account is there in page number 7 of the ledger book. So like that, in page number 5, capital is there. That means capital account is there in page number 5 of the ledger book. It's clear? Then debit amount. Debit amount should always write against the debit entry. And credit amount should always write against the credit entry. Okay. Then next, here we are writing a brief summary about journal entry. This is called narration. This, what is written here, is called narration. What is narration? Narration. Narration means a brief description about a journal entry. A brief description about a journal entry is called narration. Okay. This, I have started the narration by the term being. Being. So by writing being, starting the narration by writing being is not at all compulsory. If you want to write, you can write, otherwise can neglect. You can simply write started business with the cash. So started business with the cash. Who started? Remaining thing is there here. Who? Prince started. Okay. Cash, how much he brought? 2 lakh is brought. Even the word cash also need not write here, because started business with the, or started business, that is enough, because cash is given here. That means business started with the cash. Okay. So like this we can write a journal entry, or we can enter a transaction in the journal. Okay. Now let us see another example, another transaction. So here we have written January 1st, Prince started business with the rupees 2 lakh. Now we are going to see another transaction. Before that, let us see once again. Ledger folio is the page number of the ledger account. Page number of ledger account. Then we have to see narration. Narration means, should not forget, it's a brief description about a journal entry. This is narration. A brief description about a journal entry. And another important thing, when writing the second part here, 2 should not come from here. It should be little away from this line. Okay. It should not be directly down to this letter. It should be away from here. Okay. So these are the things to be bear in mind. Now we are going to explain some other journal entries. Okay. So January 1st this transaction is ended. Then now January 2, we are writing another transaction. That means 2019 January 2, purchased furniture rupees 25,000. Purchased furniture rupees 25,000. So as we explained, in the case of started business with the cash, let us see how to, what should be the first step here. Yes, we have to identify the aspects. Which are the aspects? One is cash, another one, but it is purchase or furniture. If an asset is purchased, asset will be mentioned, and if goods are purchased, purchase will be mentioned. Here it is not goods, here it is an asset. So we can write the aspects are furniture and cash. Furniture and cash. Which aspect will be debited? Furniture is asset, cash also is asset. So let us see the real account rule. Furniture, what is the real account rule? Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Furniture comes in, so furniture can be debited. And cash goes out. Cash goes out. So cash can be credited. Furniture debit and cash credit. That is as for traditional approach. In modern approach also same thing will happen. For this furniture, the transactions of assets, both are related to transactions of assets only. So furniture, the asset when we purchase, it will increase with us. Furniture increases. Debit what? Sorry, debit means increase. And cash, while purchase something with the cash will decrease. So credit means decrease. Debit means increase, credit means decrease. So furniture can be debited, cash can be credited. On which date? January is given here. So January we can give the 2 mark. January 2, furniture debtor to cash. Furniture debtor to cash. What will be the narration? Being purchased furniture. Being purchased furniture. It is understood that by cash. So this here amount is not written. Amount how much? Furniture debit column we have to write 25,000. You have to develop a habit of writing the amount by giving the 2 mark. That means we have to punctuate the amount and write. It can be 322. That should be the punctuation for amounts. For example, if it is 10 lakh, we can write like this. You have to punctuate. If it is 1 lakh, if it is 10,000, if it is 1,000, if it is 500, it will be like this. If it is 1 crore, it will be like this. So you have to punctuate and write the amount. What is the benefit? Then it will be easy to add the amount at last. At last, the journal we have to total. So both sides, both the debit and credit amount should get the equal amount. So if you write in a punctuated manner for the amounts, you will get both sides equal and calculation of adding the amount will be easy. Okay. So this is second transaction. Now we are going to see the third one. Next transaction we are going to see. That can be on January 4th. January 4. January 4 paid salary. Paid salary. Rupees 5,000. 5,000. So what are the aspects here? First we have to see the aspects. 5,000 cash is one aspect, another one is expense. Salary is expense. So we can write cash and salary. So salary is an expense. Salary is an expense. Cash is asset. What is related to expense? If we consider the modern approach, what is the rule for transactions of expense? Yes, debit means increase, credit means decrease. When we pay salary, our salary expense will increase or decrease? It will increase. So debit means increase. Salary increases, so it can be debited. Okay. And it is paid by cash. Cash is asset. What is the rule? Modern rule for asset? Transactions of asset. Debit means increase, credit means decrease. So if you give your cash to somebody, your cash will increase or decrease? It will decrease. So cash can be credit. Okay. So let us write the narration here. Sorry, journal entry here. So this you can write January did to for cash. Cash account debtor. How much? Cash account debtor 5,000. 5,000 to salary. Is it right? Cash account debtor 5,000 to salary. Is it right? Cash account is debtor? No. What is to be debit? Salary to be debited. Isn't it? Salary to be debited. So we have to write here salary account debtor. Should not change the debit and credit. Okay, that is important. Salary debtor to cash. Salary debtor to cash account. Here everywhere you can write account. Okay, because it goes to separate accounts. So salary debtor 5,000 to cash. Here also 5,000. Then we will write being paid salary. Being paid salary. Okay. Then this is another transaction. Now we are going to see another transaction. One more transaction we can write. January 7 sold goods to Mohan. Rupees 20,000. Sold goods to Mohan rupees 20,000. So which are the aspects here? Which are the aspects? Sold goods to Mohan. Sold goods to Mohan. So this is, which are the aspects here? 20,000 is there. Is it cash? No, not at all cash, because it is a credit transaction. How come it is a credit transaction? Because the name of the person to whom the goods are sold is given. Okay. And not only that, the word cash is not mentioned. So this is a credit transaction. So Mohan is the debtor or the person to whom we have sold the goods. So Mohan is one of the aspects. Mohan. Then another one. If we sell goods to somebody, we will write the aspect as sales. Sales is a major income to the business. Sales is a major income to the business. So Mohan debtor to, or Mohan and sales. These are the aspects. Okay. Then see, Mohan and sales came. What will be debited and what will be credited? See, sales, let us think about sales. Sales, we have told that it is an income. If we sell something, our income increases. Isn't it? Income increases. So what is the rule for the transactions of income as per the modern approach? Credit means increase and debit means decrease. Credit means increase and debit means decrease. Here the income increases. So it should be credited. So sales can be credited. Then Mohan is our creditor or the liability. Sorry, Mohan is our asset. He has to pay money to us. We have to receive money from him. We have to get money from him. So he is our asset. that asset is called a debtor. Mohan is our debtor, or he has to pay money to us. Debtor we have studied. Debtor is the person from whom the business has to get money. So he has to give money to us, isn't it? So that asset, what happened to that asset? Asset increases. So what is the rule for transactions of asset? Debit means increase, credit means decrease. So Mohan, since the asset increases, we can mark it as debit. That is as per modern approach. Then let us think about traditional approach. In traditional approach, we sold goods to Mohan, and sales is income. Income comes under nominal account. What is the rule? What is the rule for nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So here it is income. All the incomes and gains are to be credited. So sales is credited. And Mohan comes under personal account. Name of a person. Mohan is the name of a person. So it comes under, Mohan comes under personal account. What is the rule for personal account? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. If we sell goods to Mohan, who will receive the goods? Mohan will receive the goods. So Mohan can be debited. Okay. So let us see. January 7, we will write Mohan debtor. Mohan account debtor. How much? 20,000. To sales account 20,000. Narration: being sold goods, or we can say that being sold goods to Mohan. So we need to write being sold goods only, because here itself it can come to know that it is not cash sales, it's a credit sales, because the name of the party is given. Okay, so we are going to close the journal here. Before that, 2-3 things we have to tell. Here we have written sales entry. This is for understanding. We have written the journal entries. Otherwise, sales will not be there before purchase. In order to sell something, we have to purchase something, isn't it? Isn't it? So sales, before writing the, normally before coming the journal entry for the sales, there will be journal entry for purchase. If purchase entry is there, what should be the journal entry? Suppose purchase goods. Purchased goods rupees 10,000. Suppose January 5 we purchased goods for rupees 10,000. What will be the, which are the aspects? Purchase is an expense, so purchase is one aspect and cash is another aspect. What will be debited? What will be credited? Purchase is an expense, so debit all expenses and losses, we can debit purchase. Cash is an asset. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. If we purchase goods, cash goes out. So cash can be credited. Okay. So what can be the journal entry? Purchase debtor to cash. Purchase debtor to cash. Okay. So that is the way we are writing the transaction in the books of journal. Okay. Then another important thing. See, once you enter a transaction into the journal, once you enter a transaction into a journal, after that, okay, after entering a transaction into journal, it will not be called as a transaction. Instead, it will be called as an entry or journal entry. Entry or journal entry. What is a journal entry? The recorded transaction in the books of journal is called a journal entry. The recorded transaction in the books of a journal is called a journal entry. Okay. And the process of entering transaction in the journal is called journalizing. So two terms, journal entry and journalizing. The process of entering transaction in the journal is called journalizing, and the entered transaction in the journal is called journal entry. Transaction once entered in a journal, that is called journal entry, and the process of entering transaction in the journal is called journalizing. Then narration, ledger folio. Okay, you should not forget the preparation or the format of journal, because it is very, very important. We cannot prepare a journal without this format. So it must be prepared, the journal must be prepared in this format only. We have no right to change the format. Okay. So these things you have to bear in mind. Should not forget the columns of the journal. So it should be prepared in the way of date first, then particulars, after that ledger folio, then debit amount and credit amount, in that way only. Okay, all of you understood how to prepare a journal? Okay, so you have to find some transactions, and with the help of that transaction you have to try to enter those transactions in the journal. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.